Peace and welcome to all of my beautiful, dope crown heads. Y'all go ahead, take this time out right now to like the video, share the video, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that notification bell. That way you guys can hopefully be alerted for when we go live in the future. Thank you, Donald. He says, I bought your book. I appreciate you. Shout out to all the people that support. Swarthy, yo, Swarthy in here showing out already. He says, cousin, you know the cold approach on these hoes weak as hell. Make you want to freeze to death. God. God. Look her, cousin. I'm going to tell you something here. And this is something that I have been noticing lately myself as a modern woman. Okay, I noticed, and then I could not help but to take heed to the fact that when I had my brothers call in, they were talking about this very dilemma as far as approaching women and women giving mixed signals and stuff of that nature. So I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and make that into a dope discussion and talk about it, you know, because like my cousin, the Swarthy Wizard just said, you know, the cold approach on these hoes is weak as hell. And we just got to make them freeze a little bit. So we're going to give y'all some pointers tonight from a woman's perspective, okay? What I feel will probably help you guys out in this department, because I'm going to be real and call a spade a spade. There are a lot of females. I notice I didn't say women. There are a lot of females out there that may be giving you guys mixed signals because they are desiring the chase more than you. They desire the validation more than they desire you as the individual. And that's what you guys are running into. You know, this is just my intuition kicking in and me just relaying the message. That's probably what it is, you guys. As a matter of fact, I'm very certain that's what it is. The reason why a lot of you guys these days are getting these mixed signals from females is because they are trying to test to see if they still got it. And if they are able to get you to be lured in any way, shape, or form, it's like, oh, see, I knew I was fine. I knew I was the baddest bitch. I knew I was cute. And then when you guys actually approach them, because you guys are thinking like, oh, okay, well, she's into me. When she wasn't, she was just into your validation. Oh, shit. We getting it popping already, Swarthy. You getting confused. You're like, well, you was just giving me the eye and shit across the room. My brother Dios called in on one of our shows and he was like, I mean, Danica, can you speak on this? I'm like, okay, let me expound. I took a few days and this came to me and I said, you know what, we're going to talk about it today, y'all. So y'all give us 150 likes and shout out to you, my cousin, the Swarthy Wizard, for that $50. All right. Thank you, Donald, for your super sticker. I appreciate you. And I already know my big brother, Ricky, always come through with the come through every time. Before we even get started, Ricky got his hand out like, look, I got my 5. So shout out to Ricky for always having his 5 ready at the door. Okay. But let's go ahead and get into this discussion, you guys, because I do feel like you guys are running into this problem. Now, let me give this disclaimer before we go any further into this conversation. Notice in the title it says, don't approach modern females. You'll be able to tell if she's a modern female by way of the interaction. There'll be telltale signs. So, for example, you'll notice that the modern day female is holding back a lot more. Whereas a woman, she's going to be receptive to your energy, to your invitation, so on and so forth. Whereas the female, they'll do little things here and there, but it's really going to be to where you're like, okay, should I go or should I not? The woman is going to be very warm, is what I'm trying to say, and inviting to where you'll know without a shadow of a doubt, hey, I can walk up to her, I can talk to her. As a matter of fact, a lot of the women will actually engage with you. You know what I mean? But let's go ahead and get into it because I don't want to confuse y'all. Thank you, Eugene. You always show love as well. Do not become lusty lesters to the modern females. Okay, to the modern females, Eugene. And women in general. You never want to be a lusty lester anyway. Okay. But shout out to you. Okay, so let's get into our list, you guys. So something that can kind of save you guys the time and most importantly the embarrassment. That's really what I gather from what you guys are telling me. You guys are basically telling me like, man, like she made me feel stupid because I'm thinking that she's wanting me to approach her and talk to her, and then come to find out she's like, what are you doing? And boy, please, and boy, stop. And so this can kind of let you differentiate between and weed out, so to speak, the modern females from the modern women. Again, this is what it's going to look like. Okay. So number one, you guys, and y'all give us 215 likes. Number one. Okay. And this is in no particular order. This just came to me off the dome. Bear with me. Okay. And we're going to try to keep this at an hour tops because I do have wifely duties to go and send to. I did not complete all my damn tasks for today. So I probably won't be able to do call-ins today, but maybe in the future, we'll come back and revisit this topic and then have a call-in session. All right, you guys. And again, no particular order, but this can kind of save you guys some time and embarrassment. All right, because I do feel like you guys are putting yourselves out there and then being quote unquote rejected, and it's taking a toll on your confidence, or it's just making you feel like what the fuck, and it's pissing you off. So it could be all of that. It could be a combination. It could be that you feel like you're wasting your time. You could feel like you're being embarrassed. You can feel like it's making you upset because it's like, damn, I thought it was this when it wasn't. So number one is just do this, you guys. Don't even walk up to them. Don't even approach them. Don't even shoot your shot, okay, so to speak. Just do this. Give eye contact and wave. Now, I know you guys are like, oh man, Danica, but that's still too much, because what if she doesn't take heed to, the shot that I'm shooting? If I give her eye contact and I wave at her, what if she don't wave back? What if she think I'm a creep? Who gives a fuck? Okay, that's what I will say to that. Who gives a damn? You give eye contact and you wave. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that, fellas, is this. And then you go back to whatever the hell you was doing, okay? That is an indication like, okay, I'm acknowledging your presence. I see you, okay? I'm giving you some kind of interaction, some kind of playback. You take it how you want to take it. This will be able to show to you that woman's interest or that female's interest by way of how she receives your eye contact and that subtle little wave, right? If you get this female eye contact, and you wave at her like, hey, how you doing? And she's like, okay. The fuck? Well, now you know, okay, I'm glad I didn't approach her, because had you actually approached her, it probably would have been a lot more embarrassing, a lot worse, a lot more taxing on your ego versus the typical, simple eye contact. Hey, how you doing? Doesn't that save a lot of time, fellas? Now, I didn't say smile at her. Not yet, anyway. I didn't say, because everybody has different personality types, right? So maybe you're not the friendly type. Maybe you're not the type of guy that's just, like trying to like, hey, how you doing, ma? You're not really charismatic like that. You're not really extroverted like that. But with this approach, well, I don't even want to call it approach, because with this exchange, it saves you the time and the energy, and you can know right away what you're dealing with as far as how she's feeling about you in return. Right? Eye contact and wave, you're going to know right away, okay, if she's going to bite the bait or not. For example, fellas, let me use myself. There's been guys to where they gave me eye contact and then they gave me and I was just like, hey, and I just kept going. Well, that lets you know she's not really into you like that, right? Or it could be an instance to where you do the eye contact and you wave, and then she just, waves back. But then again, she keeps going about her business. That also tells you she's not interested. However, you guys, if you give eye contact and you wave, and she kind of like stops and stares a little bit and then gives you eye contact back and she actually waves back and then she presents it as if, she's inviting you towards her or she's trying to get to know you, then maybe if you want to approach her. Other than that, you guys, I would not do the whole dry walk up to these females and see what it is, especially with today's type of females. Like they do give a lot of mixed signals. So with this conversation, you guys, this is kind of like the warmer upper, if you will, to the approach. If you want to approach her, you know what I mean? Because with the eye contact and the wave, you'll be able to weed out and eliminate right away. Oh, okay, she's not interested. I don't have to approach at all. Versus just walking up to somebody and being like, you know what? I got to get my courage. I got to get my confidence. I got to do this. This is very innocent. This is not going to be something where it's going to be like very off-putting or it's going to be very uncomfortable for you to do. Like this is something that you can do with anybody. Give eye contact, wave. If a woman is into you, fellas, she's gonna be, she might walk up to you after that. She may try to spark up a conversation with you after that. You don't even have to initiate a conversation. She'll probably do that for you if she's interested. That's happened to me as well. God, smile, not even smile, but just give eye contact and wave. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And then I may engage or interact. You know what I mean? Before I was married and everything, of course. But these are things that you guys can do to kind of save your time. And you can know, okay, is she chasing my validation or is she trying to get into a situation? You'll be able to tell if you do these things I'm getting ready to tell y'all to do. Stop cold, what y'all call it? Cold approach. Stop cold approaching these modern females. It doesn't work on them. Because a lot of them, unfortunately, are just chasing your validation. And it's going to be very hard to determine if she's a validation chaser or not, if you're not doing certain things that are going to lay out the foundation for the interaction. All right, let's move it along. Y'all give us 310 likes. Oyo says scope her socials. Oh, we gonna get into it. Now, Oyo, pump your brakes now. Let me get into my list. Okay? Let me do my job. Hey everybody, welcome. Atlanta guy says, let them die alone. Atlanta, no. Thank you, Hurt. You always show love. Lusty Lesters tend to lose large. Well, damn. Did you peep that alliteration? I peeped it, Hurt. I peeped it. Because Lusty Lesters, and we made up that term, a long time ago in one of our dope discussions. We went over the Lusty Lesters, the Desperate Dutiful Dans, and all of that. And with the Lusty Lesters, they can really go too hard and end up scaring away any woman. And even if she was interested, just by you maybe coming on a little bit too strong, because the Lusty Lesters, they all in your face. It's not going to just be a regular give eye contact and wave. Lusty Lester like, oh baby, I'll drink your bath water. How you doing, beautiful? Like, God damn, I saw you from across the room and I just had to say something to you. That's annoying. That's a little bit heavy on the sauce. It's a little bit much. It could be very turn offish, even if maybe she was initially interested in you. Never be a Lusty Lester. Lusty Lester is gonna be, he puts 20 on 10 every damn time. Okay, every time he's above and beyond. Oh, baby, how you doing? Like, you just so motherfucking fine, girl. You goddamn, girl. Tall glass of water, ain't you? You never want to do that. Very off-putting. No. Do this. You guys, you don't have to be so much. Eye contact. Wait, if a woman or a female is interested in you, she'll do it back in a way to where you know, oh, okay, I can probably engage with her. And then, like I said, you can approach her after the fact if you want to. Okay, this title is a little bit clickbaitish. I'm going to be real now that I'm getting into this discussion, because you are essentially going to end up approaching her, but these are just giving you little things to throw out and throw at her to gauge whether or not you should. Are y'all following me with that? Because a lot of guys out there, you've come to me in the past and you're like, well, you know, I'm an introvert, or I don't like to do that. And I would tell y'all, like, just talk to her, you know. But I'm seeing now, just from what you guys are telling me, that it's a lot of females out there that are playing games. Like, they're really just chasing your validation, which is why you're getting those mixed signals. So to eliminate that factor, I'm telling you guys to drop subtle hints and clues to see, okay, does she want to bite or not? All right. And another thing, Herc, as far as the lusty lessers losing large, is not only can they miss out on the opportunity of actually getting that woman that they really like, but also lusty lessers, they run the risk of getting manipulated and getting used by a lot of women, because they know that, hey, you really like me, and you really are, you would do anything for me, you know, you're really thirsty for me, so let me just give you like little tidbits here and there just to keep you coming back. This is where you'll see those females to where she only hits you up when she needs something, or something like that, or she'll go out with you, like she'll meet up with you at the bar type shit. You know what I mean? I've seen females do that before. Like, girl, you don't even, she's like, girl, I don't even like him, but he get free drinks. Girl, we going to the bar tonight because I already know Lusty Lester, he gonna pay the tab, he gonna pay for the drinks, gonna pay for the food, girl. So that's what we gonna do. Just because he just love my ass. All I gotta do is sit and talk to him for a little bit, flirt with him a little bit, you know, smile and wave at his ass, and then he gonna pay for everything because he thinks that he actually has a chance. This is why you never be a Lusty Lester, because they lose on both ends. All right. We can hit 400 for real, y'all. Y'all give us 381 likes, and let's move head along. I hope I didn't miss anybody. And again, shout out to you, Swarthy. Shout out to you, Donald, and my big brother, Ricky, for y'all donations. All right. I appreciate it so much, because you guys did not have to do that. All right. Let's move head along. Another thing that you guys can do to prevent you guys from wasting your time and being embarrassed, that's really the big chunk of it from what I'm gathering from you guys. Instead of just walking up to a woman and approaching her and you have no idea what the deal is, you know, aside from giving eye contact and waving, you can also just smile and nod your head. Now, this right here is more for the flirty type of guy. Number one was more for the guys along the lines of, you're kind of introverted, you're kind of cool, laid back, you're not really going to be the type of guy that is going to be flirtatious, or you're not going to really be that forthcoming. You know, this is something that you guys can do to kind of gauge the response and reaction before you do anything with that female. If you're more of the flirty type, or you're more of the pretty boy type, or whatever the case is, you can simply smile and nod your head, right? That's worked. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all give us 400 likes. I appreciate it. Do y'all know how many guys have actually been approached by females or women in general just by simply smiling and nodding their head? He didn't run up behind her. He didn't walk up to her. He didn't do anything. He simply gave her the little, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, how you doing? Hey. or whatever, or do the chin up, the chin up. Hey, how you doing? Something to let her know, like, oh, okay. And I've actually seen females walk up to guys that did this. Now, number two is more for, like I said, the pretty boy. If you are a pretty boy type of guy, number two will definitely work for you. You got that pretty smile, nice face, you know what I mean? Like flirtatious eyes type of energy. This will definitely be able to weed out the women that like you or don't like you. Now, the reason why I'm saying that this can be utilized instead of approaching the modern female is because even if you are attractive or you are the pretty boy flirtatious type, that doesn't guarantee that every woman will like you or want to talk to you or anything like that either. For example, you can feel like, hey, I'm very attractive. I have no problem with getting women to notice me or talk to me or whatever the case is. I can just simply smile and nod my head, and these females come rushing to me and running to me, right? Well, there's some females out there that will be like, boy, please. And we talked about that in the previous discussion as well. I think it's for members only now, but we talked along the lines of some women just being turned off by the very attractive guy, by the pretty boy, or whatever the case is, because they already have it in their minds that, oh, he got to be a hoe, he got to be conceited, full of himself, and they just don't want to be bothered with your type. They feel like you are the playboy type. And so if you would have walked up to this, or any female, I should say, thinking that because, hey, I'm attractive and I look good and I got a nice smile and whatever the case is, I can just cold approach, as y'all like to say, there's any female, you can still end up being rejected or having your time wasted or feeling stupid or feeling embarrassed because you thought because you were cute that every woman would just be inviting towards you. And I've seen quote unquote very attractive guys be turned down with the quickness because it's like, boy, please. You're like, damn, what's wrong with you? And a lot of the pretty boy type, they try to play it off. They know they're very smooth with everything. They're like, why you gotta be so mean? Come on, why you gotta be like that? And sometimes it could work because it's like, whatever, basic bitches, they're like, damn, okay. Because sometimes I guess they do try to play hard to get to. So when a pretty guy or a pretty boy be like, hey, come on, you ain't gotta be like that, come on, and they open up a little bit. But some females, or a lot of them also, will be like, boy, please get out my face, I don't got time for you. And now you just wasted your time and your energy, and now you look stupid, and now you gotta politely turn your pretty ass back around and go sit down somewhere because she was not interested in you. Now, had you just smiled and nodded your head and then seen where she wants to take it after that, then it'd have been something different. Right? So these things are kind of like helping you guys to be able to maneuver through and determine what woman or what female is actually interested in you or not. All right? Smile and nod your head. Even if you're not a quote unquote pretty boy, this could work. Even if you're not that attractive, so to speak, this could work because it could indicate that you are what's the word I'm looking for? The respectful type of guy, the respectable type of guy, to where, you're being very friendly in a way, or in a sense to where you're like not trying to bombard or barge up on her. Like she just appreciate, and you guys will sleep on this a lot, but a lot of women or females in general will just appreciate a guy, just being polite in a sense and not getting too much into her space. Like give a woman the opportunity to see if she wants to be in your face or not. A lot of guys, they can just be like, and I get it because you guys are men and you're supposed to quote unquote approach the women or whatever the case is. I don't know. However, you guys, these things can very much so work because, like I said, it's not so intrusive. Is the word that I'm looking for. It's not so invasive of her space and her privacy or just her personal space and energy. If you can just do like a little quick little smiling nod, like, what? He seems like a nice guy. Let me go talk to him, or hey, I'll go say something to him as well. I'll go try to spark up some kind of conversation with him as well, because I appreciate the fact that he's not like those other guys out there that just want to get all in your business, get all in your personal space, get all in your face and start talking. Like, I feel like he's trying to give me the opportunity to approach or present myself to him. Now, I gotta be real, you guys. I do. Y'all give us 450 likes. I got to be real, you guys. I was just getting ready to go here, Benjamin. He says, girls do not go and talk to anyone. They want us to speak first. I have to be real, Benjamin. Now, when I am saying to do these things, I am saying to do these things for a reason. And Benjamin beat me to the punch. The reason why I am still telling you guys to at least initiate is because we do live in a world where women in general feel like the man is supposed to make the first move. I'm, however, going to give you guys some tea and some scoops. Okay? Yeah, I'm a woman, so that's the terms we use. I know y'all say game and all of that shit. I'm going to give y'all the tea and the scoops, little big brothers, big little brothers, big brothers, little brothers. Okay? Doing these things, though, you guys, what it does is I don't want to use that word manipulate. I'm going to use it anyway, though. Let me gloss my list. I'm uncomfortable. What it does, you guys, is it tricks the woman into believing that you're still the one that is, I don't know, pursuing her. It's within a female's nature. And see, this is what they're not going to tell you guys. A lot of y'all. Now, let me make this disclaimer. There's a lot of guys out there that give really good game. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, okay, that's sound advice. That may work. That has worked. I've seen it live in action and stuff like that. And then there's these fairy tale niggas. And what these fairy tale niggas tell y'all, excuse my language, is how I just snap my fingers and these bitches just fall in line. You know what I mean? Cause let me tell you something, brother. Brothers, let me tell y'all something about these motherfucking females. You ain't got to do shit. The female is just gonna bow down to you because no, you come here. Get your ass over here, and y'all be eating it up like, oh, that's facts, man. I'm gonna try that, and then you get zero result. Nigga, zero results. Trying to do what he telling you to do that he not even doing. Then when he log off YouTube, then they go sit in the corner and play video games. He ain't doing shit or what. He ain't doing nothing of what he telling y'all to do. Nigga ain't never had a woman in his damn life. This nigga got Pornhub and blow up dolls and flashlights. Yeah, because these female men, I'm telling y'all niggas got the game messed up. See, let a real nigga tell you what to do and how to handle these females. All you gotta do is look at that bitch, snap your finger, and she just gonna come to. No, you have got, and I don't like to do this because I don't want you guys to. I don't want to perpetuate the whole notion of trying to manipulate or control or get people to bend to your will and stuff like that. However, I gotta be real. You have got to make females in general, women in general, no matter what caliber she is, you have got to make her feel as though um she is the one that is being pursued. So although you did not approach her, you didn't. You did not walk up to her and say and shoot your shot. You didn't say a goddamn thing. You simply gave her eye contact and you waved. You simply smiled and nodded your head. That is still going to feed into the female's mind that she is the one that is being pursued, even if and when she does approach you. So when Benjamin is saying, oh, females don't walk up and talk to guys, that don't happen and blah 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 blah, well, that's because you guys are looking at it from a position of you're not having to do anything. Fellas, I'm gonna be real with y'all as your little big sister. You have got to make a female or a woman feel as though she is the one that is being admired, so to speak. Or at least be the initiator. I'm not even gonna say that she's being admired. However, she does feel as though you're interested in her. Because unlike you guys, I'm gonna be real, y'all think that y'all have fragile egos and y'all are sensitive and y'all are shy and y'all are scared and y'all are afraid of rejection and shit like that. The female is that times 20. Why? Because we overthink, we overanalyze more than you, and we're very emotional. So if you think that you have it rough, imagine the female. And on top of that, a lot of the women in general, we don't have to put ourselves out there like you guys do, which means what? We don't have a lot of practice with that, which also equates to us not being emotionally and mentally equipped and sound enough to deal with that. If I don't have any practice with something, I'm probably not going to fare too well with it. So, with all of that being said, you guys, the female still has to feel as though, well, okay, if I do walk up to him, it'll be because, or if I do engage with him, it'll be because he shot his shot first, so to speak, even though you really didn't do much anything that you wouldn't do for anybody. This is basic shit, you guys. You can nod your head at anybody. You can give eye contact and wave at anybody. But if you do it to a woman that you really like or that you are trying to engage or interact with, it can trick her into believing, okay, well, if I do this, I'm still the lady in the equation. I'm still the one that is being pursued. Because I got to be real with you guys. You still have to cater to the female ego and female nature. I'm sorry. But this is some real scoop for y'all, though, because you can waste your time, or you can avoid wasting your time by implementing these things and doing these things, so that you're not validating the wrong woman that is not interested in you, right? RM says it feels great when you really don't care, though. And we're going to get into that, RM. We really are. Because I feel, and I'm going to be real with y'all, and it's going to sound so bad. And like I said, that is on our list, though, RM, to a certain extent. It's something about the energy that goes along with a man not really giving a fuck whether you like him or not. Like, it's just something about it that's like, you know what? Maybe he's not giving me a lot of attention because he has options. That makes a female or a woman in general just really intrigued, because it's like, damn, I never had a guy that wasn't a thirsty Thurgood. I never had a guy that wasn't a lusty Lester. You know, I never had a guy that wasn't a desperate, dutiful Dan. Like, oh my God. So if you guys could really implement that energy of either way, I'm good. When it comes to you, just giving eye contact and waving. Like either way, I'm good. I want you to know I see you. If you want to, interact and engage, that's cool. Let me know. If not, I'm good. It's something about that energy of, just smiling and nodding your head. But I really don't give a damn whether you approach me or whether you talk to me or not. Go about your day. Go about your business. Once you do these things, you guys, you go about your business. It's not a sense of you sitting there and you're waiting for her. Well, you simply, let's just go ahead. So, any one of these things on this list can tie in to the ending part of number 3. If she's close enough, give a compliment, then ignore her. Now, again, hold up. I know, ladies, that sounds terrible. You ain't supposed to ignore us. Y'all give us 530 likes. Hold on, y'all. I really want you guys to get in the energy of not giving a fuck. Excuse my language. You guys need to really tap into that energy of if it goes good, great. If not, I don't give a fuck. I want you to tap into that Tupac energy on Juice. I really don't give a fuck. I need y'all to be like Tupac. Is that the right movie? You got the juice now. I need you to pick up on that Tupac energy. I really don't give a fuck. Because you don't. Like, I need you guys to understand that there's so many women in the world. There's so many females in the world that would love to smile and wave at you back. Give you eye contact back. Nod their heads and stuff back. And I'm telling you, when you can tap into that energy of I'm good either way, it is something about that makes a woman gravitate towards you even more. Why is that? I think it has something to do with, again, us needing the validation. Now, number 3 is speaking of an instance to where maybe you happen to bump into this woman, or you happen to see this woman, or be in close proximity to this female that you are, looking at, and you like her. If you are close enough, this is not you walking up to her and going out of your way to compliment her. This is not you approaching her and sparking up a conversation with her. This is her just happened to be right there. You is fine, okay. You're a very beautiful woman. And then go about your day. Go do something else. However, there's levels to this though. Because if you instantaneously walk away, you ain't gonna know if she's somebody that's worth your time, your energy, and your validation first, okay? That is just a little crumb, right? That's just a little crumb. Like, oh, you know what? I like your scarf. Nice scarf. Oh, you know what? You got a beautiful smile. All right. Now, when you do that, what I mean by ignore her is simply quick shooting a quick compliment back to what I was doing. Not being fixated on it. With a lot of guys, you guys become so fixated and they become so smothering and also a turnoff. I speak from experience. Let me tell you. So we can hit 600 for real. Y'all give us 555 likes. I love those numbers. 555. So for instance, you guys, you can be a guy that gives a compliment, right? And when you get that compliment and she says, oh, thank you, I appreciate that. What you guys can do is then start to bombard her with just vomiting at the mouth as far as, more compliments and more, just doing too much. And it's like, she never was interested in you in the first place. But because she said thank you or whatever, you thought that, this is my chance to shoot my shot and keep going. Let me pilot. Let me drive it home. Sometimes driving it home is you pulling the fuck back and saying, all right, next. Let me explain. Okay. I know y'all don't. Yeah, diarrhea mouth. Diarrhea mouth. He said he put the mouth with an F. That's right. Akuma. Let me put it to you guys like this. There has been situations to where a guy was close enough and he was like, you know what? She look good. Let me shoot my shot at her. Although I'm married, I'm not interested anyway. But I'm polite. And a lot of women will be polite. Okay? And notice I said women. Women will be polite as well. This is why I'm going to go ahead and say that you should ignore. That's the energy I want you to give. The reason why I put ignore is because that's the energy I need you to tap into. I need you to tap into, all right, I'm tunnel vision on something else. Focus goes to something else. If I were to tell you guys to pull back, if I were to put that up there, what you guys would have done was saying, okay, well, I'm going to give her a compliment, but then I'm going to still stand around. I'm still going to wait. And then I'm just going to not say nothing else. No, I need you to then preoccupy and give your attention to something else. A lot of guys will just be overbearing with the compliment once a woman says thank you. That does not mean she fucking likes you. Does not mean that she wants you. It does not mean that. A lot of the time she's just being polite. Now, when it comes to females, you guys, you definitely want to ignore them after a compliment. And you can be able to tell if she's a female or not, because when you give her the compliment in the first place, she's going to be like, I know. Thanks. She's going to be very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very quick. She's going to be very short with you. And the interaction is going to be like, okay, thanks. And then you'll know right then and there, like, okay, that's a female anyway. Now, the reason why I'm going a little bit deeper with this one is because you can give a woman a compliment that maybe she's not a female. You know right away that, okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, because my mind is everywhere. Okay, I want you guys to get what I'm saying with this. When it comes to a woman, it could be very much so a mixed signal with this one right here as far as being close enough to give a compliment. And then you interpreting her as being interested in you if and when she says thank you. Or if she smiles at you and says thank you. I'm guilty of that. This is why I'm putting at the end, ignore her. Because once you ignore her, she will then start to fish back for more from you. Again, it's in a female's nature. I don't care what and who she is. It's in her nature to want and seek that validation from you. You can't just give a female or a woman in general a little bit of validation and then just pull back. It's like, again, it does something to the ego. It does something to the psychology, something to the mind. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know a man that's not a lusty Lester, a desperate, dutiful Dan, or what else term did we use? I forgot the other term. They're not used to that, right? So if she is interested in you, she will then start to fish for more. Once you do, put your sights on something else, put your attention onto something else. Go about your business. Be very nonchalant with this. When I say ignore, I mean, direct your attention to something else. Be nonchalant about it. It is what it is. If a woman really does like you, she will then start to want to have more conversation with you. She'll start to be more engaging and interactive with you because, again, she's wanting more from you because you kind of pulled back. Now, I would have put pull back on here, but then, like I said, a lot of you guys would just be sitting there twiddling your fingers like, okay, I gave her the compliment, but I'm really waiting on her to approve of me. I'm really waiting on her to interact and engage with me. Like, you guys start to give the woman the power. You start to look for validation in her. That's not supposed to be in your nature. So that's why I made sure that I put ignore so that you guys know what energy I'm fucking talking about. I'm not talking about pull back and wait. I'm talking about go do something else. Even if you're not physically doing something else, direct your attention to something else. Go back to your phone. Start texting or go on social media or something. Just like, yeah, beautiful smile. Yeah, all right. That's it. It is something about that energy that makes a woman be like, so he's not a creep. That's really what it is. He's not a creep. And on top of that, he triggers something within me that makes me want his validation even more because why? I'm interested in him. If a woman is not interested in you, if a female in general is not interested in you, she's going to be like, oh, I'm so glad he just kept it at that. Because after that, it will be nothing else. Right? It will be nothing else once you do go back to your phone. See how I love how I'm glad I was able to articulate that. I feel like in my spirit, I was able to articulate that perfectly. Once you went back to your phone, so did she. That's how you can tell. She gonna waste your time anyway. She wasn't interested in you anyway. Or once she said thank you and you went back to your phone, she did too. Once she said thank you and you went back to your phone, now you notice that she's smiling at you a little bit more, and she's giving you that energy of I want more from you. After that, maybe you give another little harmless compliment, or you spark up a little random conversation or something like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be heavy on the sauce though, you guys. Once you do feel like, okay, well, she likes me. She's trying to talk to me. That doesn't mean to then become a lusty Lester or a dutiful desperate Dan. Okay? That does not mean that you still play that shit cool. A lot of y'all do not know how to play things cool. Y'all like, oh my God, y'all get too giddy. And no, don't do that. Always remain cool, calm, and collected as a man. That is so sexy, and it's going to intrigue the women because they're not used to that. Okay? If she's close enough, smile and nod your head, then ignore her. If she's close enough, you give eye contact with her, way better. Then you go back, ignore her. And when I say ignore, I mean go back to doing something else that is not along the lines of gazing at her or lusting over her or whatever, giving her that extra admiration and validate. Don't do all of that. You go and do something else. A lot of y'all don't. Y'all pile it on, and then before you know, it's like, oh, now he was cool, but now he doing too fucking much. Now I'm turned off. I've seen that happen before. Y'all give us 641 likes. I've seen that happen before to where it was like, yeah, you know, he gave the compliment and then he pulled back, aka tapped into that ignoring her energy. And then it was like, oh damn, I like that. That's kind of sexy. I want to see what more he has to say or what more he has to offer. You know, is he really interested in me? It keeps a woman on her toes and keeping her guessing when you kind of pull back, aka ignore her. Give your focus to something else. Right? And so I've seen that happen to where the woman is intrigued, and then boom, he feels like, oh well, I got her now. Well, let me lay it on thick because apparently she liked all those compliments, so let me keep going. No, you play it cool and keep her wanting more. Very much carry the energy of, I'll give you one free, and after that, you got to work for it. And I know women they will not like me saying that, because again, it's like, oh my God, you just trying to stack up even more cards against us. The men are already not approaching us. Now you making us have to work for this and work. Absolutely. Because we know, and I'm speaking as a female, okay? At the end of the day, we all have female tendencies and female nature, period. Tapping into my female nature, it is something innate within me, even within me, that needs to feel like I am on my toes. He's not just handing this over to me. I got the first compliment free. After that, I have to show and prove more to him. So after you do get that confirmation that, hey, she likes me, you know, now it's just time for casual conversation. Ain't no compliments and shit like that. That's how you get a woman to open up more, because again, now I'm looking for that validation that I initially got from you. Are y'all following me? Oh Lord. This is why I'm kicked out the motherfucking sisterhood, because I talk too much. Okay, I'm glad I'm on target. Okay. I feel like, okay, I like him, and why isn't he? Is he going to give me another compliment, or is he going to keep kissing my ass? A lot of females will view your compliments when you're vomiting up compliments as you kissing their ass and worshiping them. And that can very much so tap into our ego and make her feel like, oh, okay, no challenge here. Let me move head along. This is why those other guys that are not paying her any attention, giving her any mind, this is why she is always focused on them. Well, when is he gonna call me back? And when is he gonna text me? And why he not talking to me? And why? Because he is making her work for the perk. She has to show and prove herself to get recognition. A lot of y'all get that shit away too easily, too freely. Okay? And again, I don't mean it in a sense of being disrespectful, being degrading, and making it seem like, oh, bitch, I'm just so the shit, and you're just so beneath me. But rather like, okay, I'm going to meet you where you're at. Now it's time for you to show me what you're about. You know, let me see, can you carry a conversation with me? Let me see, do we have anything that's in common? Let me see where your mentality is. Let me see what your life is about. You know? That's when you start to spark up those kind of conversations. And then if you feel like, hey, this is going good, then maybe you can throw in a little flirtatious joke here and there. But never just start coming out the gate, you know, you're so beautiful, and yeah, and this and that. Now it's like, oh, okay. The thrill is gone. I got my validation fulfillments. I got my dopamine hits. Okay, time to find somebody else. Right? This is what's happening. Thanks again, Herc. Or a thirsty Thurgood. There you go. A thirsty Thurgood. We got the dutiful desperate dance, the thirsty Thurgoods, and the lusty Lesters. Yeah, we be making up some turns over here, y'all. Forgive us. Forgive me, y'all. I be making up some shit. It sticks though. It sticks. Eugene always quoting our terms, and now we got hurt. Thanks, Amber Nicole. With your fine ass, sis. I see you. Okay, she cute. She cute. We got some queens popping through now, y'all. What y'all gonna do when we get the queens coming through? Thanks, C Squared, for your super sticker, and shout out to you for being a channel member. And I had some people ask me, a queen emailed me and she asked me how to become a channel member. I believe you guys have to become a channel member from an actual laptop. All right, so you go on a laptop computer or something like that, and then you go to my page and you should see join. And then it should be from there. But I don't think you can become a member from your phone. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but I don't know how to become a channel member from your phone. And remember, you guys, we are doing our giveaways. So for every milestone that we hit, we're going to do a drawing to where we'll give away that amount of money. So last time we did our drawing, we were at 95,000.2. So I chose one of our channel members to give $95 to, and then another one we gave $20 to. Well, the next time we hit a milestone, which will be 96,000, I'm going to choose a channel member to give $96 to. So that's why you definitely want to become a channel member. And then once we hit 100K, we're going to have a 100K party, and we're going to give away $100 to, I want to pick 3. I'm going to pick 3 channel members. All right. Thanks to Renaissance. Stop being so excited just because you think or know she likes you. Okay? Play it cool. Play it cool, you guys. Because I'm telling you, it is something about a guy that knows not to give away his energy, his adoration, his validation so easily. You know, it just speaks volumes about your character and what kind of man that you are. You're like, look, I make my women have to show and prove their value and their worth to me first. Not on some condescending type of tip, but on some real, like, show and prove to me, because I'm going to show and prove to you, you know, what I'm about and who I am. And if I'm valuable, if I'm worthy enough for your time, your attention, whatever the case is. Right? Thank you, Pro. Never had that starving peasant energy. You'll look pitiful. Yeah, never have that starving peasant energy, you guys. Carry yourself like royalty when approaching women. And see, when it comes to this, Pro, I'm not even telling you to approach the woman. This is like the breadcrumbs to see if and when you do approach the woman. A lot of times, Pro, when you carry that royalty energy or that nonchalant type of energy of, you know, it is what it is, the woman could actually end up seeking you out and approaching you because now I want further validation. I need further validation outside of your eye contact and your wave. I need further validation outside of your smile and your head nod. I need further validation outside of your little compliment, and then you went back to looking at your phone or talking to your homeboy or whatever the case is, or back to your work and back to you typing, whatever. You know, maybe you're at some kind of cafe and she walks to the door and you're doing your work on your laptop. You're like, hey, you look beautiful today. And then she might say, oh, thank you. And then you just go back to what you was doing. I've seen women start to, you know, look and see, well, okay, well, he seems like he's busy, and okay, he just gave me the compliment and didn't say nothing else. Now I want more. I crave more. So I always carry that royalty energy. I love that, Pro. Did I get everybody? Yeah, it's very much so a tester. I love that. Hey, Steven. Dwayne says it works for me. I better start implementing that. that, just about your business. Hey, how you doing? About your business. Smile. How you doing? Back to your business. All right, and let's move it along to the last and final thing, you guys, on our list. And the last and final thing is, and the Kings touched on this earlier. If familiar with her or you know her online, make casual posts as cool guy and move on. See, a lot of this list ties into that nonchalant, laid back, not too thirsty. I'm gonna let you know, hey, I see you. However, I also see other people. I also see other things. I also have my own life. I also know who I am. Back to that. And a lot of the times, you guys, I've seen this firsthand. A lot of times it's those guys that are not under the picture. Oh, damn, baby, you just so damn motherfucking fine, girl. You just so beautiful. Man, you just so lovely. Man, I would love to make you my wife. Man, I would love to be with you. It's that dude who says something completely off topic. Something completely nonchalant, something completely just like, oh, by the way, very much so casual, very much so as a matter of factly. It's never gonna be somebody, it's never the guy that the woman is scoping out that is, just bombarding her with just all the paragraphs and how beautiful you. It's that dude who say, oh, this. Very much so. This, y'all know what I mean? Like that cool guy energy. Let me give an example. Y'all know I gotta give examples for us. Akuma's in here laughing. Look, Truck, you know I ain't lying. Hold on. So, for instance, y'all, when she posts that quote unquote thirst trap picture, right? You can simply like it or not. Don't comment on it. Don't say anything about her appearance on it. You can say something completely left field. Follow me. If at all. Right? If at all. That those comments or the lack thereof is what makes that man stands apart. So for example, she can post a thirst trap picture, get 1,000 likes on it and 150 comments. You probably just scroll past it. But when she posts maybe her motivational posts, yeah, I know everybody got one of those. You may comment on that one. Oh yeah, real matter of fact. That gets her attention. When she posts anything random, not the validation seeking posts, but the random casual posts, you comment on those, that can spark her interest, like, because it's different. Don't get on her motivational posts talking about, oh, you so beautiful and I just love how smart you are. And no, it can be something so damn simple, like, I felt that. Period. And that's it. It's like, that's all you think. Or you can expound upon it in a way to where she knows your depths. So let's say, for example, she makes one of her random posts, not the validation seeking post, but Yeah, I don't know what just happened. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. We had some kind of power little shortage. It went out real quick and came back. But let me wrap this up anyway, because I still gotta do some things. Can y'all see me and hear me good? Let me see on my phone. Okay, it looks like y'all can see me. Yeah, I don't know what happened, you guys. I think we got some storms in the area. Yeah, we got some storms in the area. I apologize. But yeah, I forgot where I was, you guys. Y'all refresh my memory. Okay, y'all say yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the post. So what you could do is comment on that post to where maybe she was going deep or whatever the case is. And then let me make sure my mic is connected. Okay, it's connected. And you can start to tell her about, your insight about what she said or something, and go a little bit deeper. And now she's able to see how deep you are and how insightful you are and how intelligent you are. That can set you apart and make her want to seek you out, because again, I'm not used to guys being able to give me their insight or give me their perspective on things and go even further than what I even did, you know. So she can make a post about, let's say something spiritual or something mental or whatever the case is that she's coming across or that she's going through. Well, you can go a little bit deeper and go a little bit further. All them other guys, they're just talking about how beautiful she is and how amazing she is, but you are actually giving her some wisdom. You're actually giving her some knowledge, that can make a woman be like, oh, okay, that's different. And so now you can know that she's interacting with you and interested in you, I should say, based upon that exchange that she's going to have with you after the fact. Because best believe, you guys, we pay attention to those guys. We pay attention to the guys that are not commenting on this. However, they are commenting on that. And when they do comment on certain things, they're going deep with it. They're very insightful. Like, this is a different kind of breed. He's not the typical guy that's very sexy that sets you apart. And again, you didn't even have to approach her. All you did was, comment on a few things on social media. Boom. After that, she may inbox you, or she may start commenting on your things back and forth. And you will definitely know that she's interested in you, because then when you start seeing her pop up on your page or pop up on your news feed or pop up on your pictures or whatever the case is, yeah, that's a strong indication that she likes you and she's interested in you back. All right, you guys. But my power over here is tripping. Like I said, they got some storms in the St. Louis area. And I don't want us to lose our live stream. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Y'all go ahead, like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're going to do a quick recap of, why you don't even have to approach these modern females anymore. Don't waste your time. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't feel like you're doing too much. Don't get pissed off because she's giving you mixed signals. Just simply implement these things on this list. And you never know. You could probably figure out a way to tweak these things or figure out a way to actually combine them together so you can get all kind of different results from these females, and you'll actually know that they are interested in you back. All right. So our quick recap of things that you can do without approaching a woman or a female, and you can still know, engage, whether or not she is interested in you genuinely or not. Just give her eye contact and wave. Very simple. Didn't have to do too much. You already know what it is or what it's not based upon, the exchange after the fact. Okay. Smile and nod your head. That works. I'm telling you, that shit works. 3, if she's close enough, give a compliment, then ignore her. And everything on this list, you guys, after you do it, go about your business, aka ignore her. Tap into that I'm ignoring you energy. Okay? I know, ladies, that y'all don't like that. You don't like me telling that. I feel like females don't like me voicing it out loud, but deep down inside, we love that. which is why we do go after the guy that is not all up in our face, chasing up behind us all day, every day. He showed us that he's interested or whatever the case is, but then he went about his business. That is so sexy. And it shows that you are the type of guy that knows who you are, and you probably indeed have options. Because if you didn't, shit, you wouldn't have reacted that way. You wouldn't have responded that way. You know, so you're probably used to having different beautiful women around you, to where you're not just going crazy just because I'm in your face or I'm in your presence. You know, maybe to you, I come a dime a dozen. I could be a complete dime, but you're not acting like it. And that's sexy, which again would trick a woman into believing that, hey, you're used to engaging and interacting with beautiful women, because you're not just going just stir crazy about me. So obviously he's used to this type of appearance. I'm not so damn special. Again, I'm chasing that validation. Because I have to be the baddest bitch you've ever seen. How dare you not pay me any more attention than all these other guys? Follow me with that, you guys. That's very important. And then last but not least, if you're familiar with her or you know her online, just make casual posts. Be that cool guy that just drops in every now and again, and then see how she responds to you. And I'm telling you guys, when you are very selective with what you do post or whatever, and she starts to see a pattern with you, like, damn, he doesn't really comment on these pictures or these posts, but he does comment on maybe the more deeper posts. Not so much the surface level thirst traps, but he comments on that stands out, because not a lot of guys do that, just to be honest, you know. So that can get her attention, and then before you know it, she'll start to drop in on your posts, drop in on your pictures, start to comment on certain things that you say, and that's how you'll be able to know, like, oh, she like me. Okay, so maybe I can give her the time of day. All right. But I love y'all. I respect y'all. I thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. I apologize for that little shortage that we had. I'm glad the power didn't stay out. That would have been so bad. But I do appreciate y'all. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next dope discussion. All right. And also, you guys, feel free to email me, dmariepoet@gmail.com, if you have any relationship questions, topics, and concerns. All right. Now, I got like 2 people who recently emailed me regarding sponsors. And you guys, I'm a businesswoman. Okay, I invest in my craft. And what I mean by that is this: I invest in programs and all sorts of things that let me know my value and my worth. And so with me paying for these things, I know exactly how much I'm worth. Okay, so when I shoot you guys over what they say my price is based upon my traffic, my platform, and so on and so forth, that's what it is. It's non-negotiable. You know what I mean? If it's saying that on the low end I'm worth $600, then shit, that's what it is. That's the very least. So just keep that in mind, you guys. I'm not trying to be bougie, or I'm not trying to be disrespectful, or I'm not trying to shoot y'all down and make it seem like I'm just so above you. And no, but I am a businesswoman. So just keep that in mind. Okay. These are things that have been, this is stuff that I can show you. All right. It's not something I'm just pulling out my ass like, look, give me $600. And that's cheap. And on the high end, it was like $3,000. So that's my price, you guys. And it's telling me like the equal, like the middle, the median was like $1,600 or something like that. So just keep that in mind, you guys. Again, I'm not trying to be mean or disrespectful or make it seem like, I'm too good for you. But I'm a businesswoman and I invest in myself, and I know exactly what it is and what it's not. All right. Let me finish the rest of my donations. Thank you so much, C Squared. Please show your appreciation by hitting the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Become a member so you can keep up with the dopest discussion. Support our sister by hitting that Cash App, DMarie0291. Thank you so much, C Squared. I appreciate you, King. You are super dope. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you as well. You good. It's coming down hard in North County. Okay, that's why. I was wondering why my power went out. But see, it's not even showing that it's raining. I got my blinds closed, so I can't see anything. But it just says cloudy. Y'all see this? Cloudy. But it has to be thundering or something or storming somewhere. Thanks, Ricardo. Don't take rejection personal either. I take rejection. One, wrong time, she's not ready. One, God's protection. Women that test men's character like that. Most of my women friends rejected their husbands. See? That could work too. But when she does, and if she does reject you, move along though. Because I guarantee you, Ricardo, a lot of those guys that were rejected by those women, they probably went about their damn business. And then she came back like, you know what? He was cute and he was nice. So what happened to him? Why he stopped talking to me? Why did he stop validating me? Why did he stop pursuing me? So just fall back. Okay. All right. Kendra can keep it pushing. Look, y'all. Keisha says rejection is protection. Sometimes it is. All right. Sometimes it's a blessing. But I gotta go, y'all. Again, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next dope discussion. I'll probably go live again on either Saturday and Sunday or just Sunday. I don't know yet. But I love y'all. I support y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate you guys so much on the road to 100K. And again, we're giving back. So y'all go ahead, become channel members, and make sure that you subscribe. All right. Danica Marie, much love. We are out. Stop chasing and stop pursuing and stop approaching these modern females without first implementing these things on this list so you can determine whether or not you are wasting your damn time. Peace.